guys, it's Grace from Grace Gets Gastric, and today is Monday, July 2nd, and I am here today with my 6-month post-op VSG update. You will, of course, notice if you've seen any of my other videos that I am in a new location, and that is because I am at my dad's house right now. Lives about like 3 hours away, so new location. I'm actually hoping to film my weekly update video tomorrow as well here, so we'll figure out where I go, just because I have my dad, my stepmom, my sister-in-law, my baby nephew, a dog, 4 cats, so there's just a lot going on. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with stats. So again, my name is Grace. I am 5'8", 27 years old, and on January 2nd, 2018, I had the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG, weight loss surgery. My high weight ever recorded was 354 pounds, and that was in May of 2017. I was required by my insurance to do a 6-month medically supervised weight loss diet, and over the course of that 6 months, I lost 35 pounds. So my weight day of surgery was 319 pounds. Last month, I came at you with a weight of 244 pounds, and this morning I weighed in at 236.7. So that is a monthly loss of 7.3 pounds, a loss since surgery of 82.3, and a loss since my highest weight of 117.3 pounds. And just ignore my bag in the background. So this is a slower loss than I've had since surgery, my lowest month so far, but still losing weight. I'm 6 months out. Weight is going to start slowing down. I've lost more than 50% of my excess body weight. Again, weight's going to slow down a little bit, but it's still coming off. Still happy with the results. 82 pounds in 6 months is fantastic, so I'm really happy with that. As for measurements, I'll go ahead and put that little thing on the screen. Measurements were not as great as they have been in the past either. So I lost 1 inch from my bust, because that's where all my weight is coming from, my poor, sad, deflated boobs. I lost 0.75 from my chest, so that's like the band right below my boobs. I lost nothing from my waist, hips, calf, or neck. I lost 1 inch from my bicep and 0.75 from my thigh. So that was a loss overall this month of 3.5 pounds and a loss total since surgery of 50.25 inches. You know, I'm still losing inches, definitely slower this month than it has been in the past. I will say it is hard to really accurately measure that sometimes because of my loose skin. So that is something I wanted to mention. This past month is when I've really started to notice the loose skin. I mean, I've always, a little bit of bra there. I mentioned before my arms, you can see this little jiggle right here, but this has become a lot more pronounced, like this part right here, just a lot more flabby. My boobs have also been bad for a while, but like pretty sad. I tried on one of my sister's bathing suits because my parents have a pool, and the bathing suit I have does not fit at all. And I really don't know how I'm gonna find a bathing suit, because I want one too for the cruise, and just nothing looks good because my boobs are so like floppy and saggy. Like I just don't have cleavage. Like you can see like how low the scoop neck is, and to the point where like there's no cleavage unless you know, and even then it's like I have to push because they're just like, so yeah, I don't know how sorry, I'm like so tired. I had no sleep last night. But for those of you guys who are pre-plastics but have some boob issues, what do you guys do for swimsuits? Like what kind of swimsuit do you guys wear to I don't know, not look vile? I mean, not even vile. That's a horribly. Maybe I'll take a picture of the swimsuit that I'm wearing, but even then, it's like, it's so tight sometimes that like it kind of spills over. There's just no happy medium. But I talked way too much about this. Anyways, so yeah, loose skin is definitely a thing. I'm noticing a lot of my thighs, definitely my lower stomach. I knew skin was going to be an issue from the start. I was under no illusions with that. I've been significantly overweight, obese my entire life. I know I'm young, but it's been stretched since a very young age, so it's not going to be snapping back that much. Another thing that I have noticed this past month is that my hair loss does seem to be slowing down a bit, which, yay! I feel like I've heard that pretty common, like between 6 and 9 months is when you really start to see more regrowth. I'm still losing hair, maybe a little bit more than normal. I've always had a lot of hair loss just because I have really thick hair. So it does seem to be less like coming out by the handfuls though. So I will take that. It's definitely quite thin as compared to usual. But like I said, I started out with pretty thick hair, and I have, you know, pretty naturally curly hair that I have been working to enhance because that helps kind of give the illusion of volume. A lot of people really can't tell that my hair is any less than it used to be. Ooh, yes, so I had my 6-month post-op appointment this morning. I met with the nutritionist, we talked about how I was doing, and then I met with a practitioner. I don't know who it was. It was someone, I think a doctor, nurse practitioner, I don't know. But we talked about all the things, my labs, etc. So my labs all came back really great. My cholesterol is still a little bit high, and sorry, my sock is bugging me. It's been high, it's never, told you, I'm in a weird, since before I got the surgery, I've had high-ish cholesterol, but never enough to warrant going on any kind of medication. It has basically stayed the same. There are some like fluctuations, but it's still kind of, you know, in a similar thing. My doctor's not concerned about it. I'm not concerned about it. I've heard from a few people that when you're losing a lot of weight, including my primary care physician, that can have have impacts on your cholesterol. So once I stabilize, we'll take another look. Iron was another thing that I had like a smallish issue with. My ferritin was a little high, and then my saturation, all that iron stuff is fine, but my like iron binding capacity is a little bit like just a smidge below range. I'm not totally sure. I think it's more like the capacity to absorb iron or something. Basically, they were saying that I shouldn't make any changes, and that they're not super concerned, and that we are going to retest both the cholesterol stuff and the iron stuff in December for my January 2nd appointment, and so we'll reevaluate then. But other than that, everything else was good, which is awesome. Another thing is we did another one of these like little scans to see my body composition, and I can't remember if it's 50. I think this is supposed to be 80 because I've lost about 100 pounds since my highest weight, and of that, about 20 pounds is muscle, and about 80 pounds is fat. So they're saying that's a pretty good ratio. I mean, considering how fast I'm dropping, there's no way for me not to be losing muscle. So to have only lost a fifth of my total loss, have that be muscle loss, I'm pretty happy with that. If I'm looking at just from last time, so since my 3-month appointment to my 6-month appointment, I have lost, let's see, 269 to 239. Oh my God. So basically exactly 30 pounds. Yeah. And then, you know, it's both of them are a little higher because I was wearing clothing, but about 30 pounds in 3 months. And of that, my fat-free, so the non-fat, or so loss of not fat, went from 134.1 to 129.1. So of that 30 pounds, 5 of that was not fat. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's showing that my efforts to try to maintain my muscle at the gym seem to be going well. You know, I've been working out 2 to 3 times a week, doing strength training, and as I'm losing weight, my goal is not to gain muscle. I know with how little I'm eating, the significant deficit I'm eating at, it's just not really possible. I mean, maybe it's possible, but like it's very unlikely to gain muscle, particularly just with the amount I'm exercising, etc. But my goal is to try to sustain or keep as much muscle as possible. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think that I'm doing decently on that. So yay! Yeah, they're happy with where I'm at. They said that I think they said they have me at like 58% of my excess body weight lost. They're saying for the VSG, they expect 50 to 70% total excess body weight lost overall. I think that's including like a bit of bouncing back with regain, and even I think people just starting out, which I knew was kind of the average. I intended to be greater than that average. Whether or not I end up losing 100% of my excess body weight lost, or my excess body weight, remains to be seen. I mention this all the time. I'm not wed to that number because I do want to, once I get down to a healthier weight, I want to put on muscle. So muscle is more dense than fat, and if I end up being higher than the normal BMI because of that, and Voodoo Queen was mentioned in a comment that taking into account your body fat percentage is a good thing to do when you get to that point. So yay. I think those are all the things I want to talk about. I'll just do a quick goals now recap. So for June, I had a goal to get my labs done. I did that. I also wanted to work out 2 to 3 times a week. I did that. I wanted to walk around the lake. I think I said 2 to 3 times. I only did that once, but I'm okay with that. The other weekends I did other things. So on those, normally we do that on Saturdays. All of the Saturdays I hit my step goal. So one of them we walked and did brunch, and then the other 2 I helped my sister move. So I'm okay. When I didn't do the lake, I was doing other activities. And then hit my nutritional and water goals. I'm pretty on point with that. And then my final goal was to hit 9K steps a day, which was recycled from my May goal to hit 9K, and I did not. And then I also did not in June. I was actually even worse this last month. I think in May I had 7.5K average. In June I had a 7.1 K average. So not great. I wasn't super motivated this past month. I was really just tired and blah, and yeah, not good. So for July, I am going to once again repeat the 9K step goal average in the month. I'm going to really try to prioritize and make this happen. And if it just can't happen again, then I'll reevaluate and probably lower it a little bit, because I do think 9K is a lot. It's kind of a stretch goal, but I'd like to hit it. So we'll try for that. Other goals will be for exercise. I'd like to get in 2 to 3 workouts a week. I'm not going to put anything on the walking around the lake because I have a lot of stuff going on the weekends. And so like a wedding and a concert, and I'm going on a cruise. And so I'm going to try to, I'd like to get to the lake, 1 to 3 times, but we'll see if that happens. Nutritionally, I would like to hit 100 ounces of water every day, stay below or around 1,000 calories, 90 grams of protein, and less than or equal to 50 net carbs. So those are kind of my specific nutritional goals for the month, and I'll keep you updated on how I do. I am going on a cruise at the end of the month, like I leave on like the 28th. I've never been on a cruise. I have no idea how that's going to affect things, but we will see. Did I have any other goals? I feel like I had another goal and I've already forgotten it. So if I did, I don't anymore. I will try to get this edited and uploaded. It's in like a few different chunks, and I'm, like I said, at my parents' and I'm expected to socialize. So I will talk to you all soon. Thank you guys for being here. Oh shoot, jokes. I have to show you guys my freaking progress photos. So, not leaving. Here is my front view, the night before surgery last month, and then this month. I can't remember if I chose the one where I look like I'm mean mugging in the most recent one. I don't know why I didn't smile. And then we have the side view. You can just see my poor decimated boobs. No boobs. It's really sad. And then I think the last one's going to be my back. Seeing a lot of difference in all of them. I really am appreciating the definition. I really like myself with clothing on. I'm less positive about the look outside of clothing, but that is what additional weight loss and skin removal surgery is going to do for me. Yeah, Okay, so now for real, that is everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to follow me along on my daily shenanigans, you can subscribe to my Instagram or follow my Instagram or friend it or whatever the preferred verb you'd like to use. I'll link it above and below. And I think that is all. So I will try to be filming my weekly update as well tomorrow. TBD on when those will be up, but I'm going to get them out sometime this week. All right, guys, have a fantastic day.